I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, the shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scopio, New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, I'm fair, but I'm firm. It's Joe. Nah, I'm playing. Fuck all that bullshit, man. Like, what does that even mean? Like, nigga, you like a slice of bread or some shit? Like, like the fuck out of here. And a lot of times he wasn't even fucking fair in his damn bias ass fights. But yeah, whatever. Like, if you know, you know. I ain't even gotta say his name. You know, you know.
Facts.
But yeah, shout outs, man. You know who it is. Jesus Shuttleworth, the guy, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB, lot of El Boss, El Capitan. What it is, what it do. Monday night boxing with Ring Game Radio. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Boxing in the building. Ring Game Radio all day. Let's go.
Yes, sir. You know, King P, you know, taking a break from the bodega and all to join us. And Pilot, you know, Conscious Pilot should be joining us shortly. You know, he'll pop in when he pops in, you dig? But yeah, man, you know, we had some fights this weekend. I think all of them, I'd say probably the two or three main ones were a classic case of what you would call bad defense, quote unquote, because good lord. Like, I know we've talked about the bad defense a lot in some of these fights, but man, I think it's a pandemic now. Like, really, like some of these cats really, I think defensive fundamentals have gone out the fucking window.
Which fighters are we talking about specifically?
Well, the first one was on Wednesday, you know, where we have one Brian Norman Jr. defending his WBO belt against Jin Sasaki. And Pete, you were on the money on your prediction. That is for damn sure.
To the fucking round, man. Now, and I get it. Japanese fighters, you know, they like their, you know, fighting spirit. You know, it's in everything they do, wrestling, all that stuff. Like, and sometimes, you know, to their detriment, you know, that fight spirit is a little bit too damn strong, and you know, they get into fights that are kind of like damaging or career-ending. You know, but hey, you know, they show fighting spirit.
Didn't they say this nigga don't remember nothing for like the last 48 hours?
He don't remember shit.
Yeah, and that's bad considering in 5 rounds. I mean, it wasn't like dude was elusive. Like, dude was getting beaten on. Like, hell, like there was a knockdown within the first, like, was it 10, 15 seconds of the fight? You know, Brian Norman dropped his ass. You know.
Well, so he doesn't remember the point before the knockout. He don't remember the fight, the whole fight. Like,
no, he don't remember like 6 weeks. The last 6 weeks.
God damn.
Yeah.
Wait, 6 weeks.
God like damn, yeah. He knocked his memory.
No.
He basically Brian Norman basically turned off the fucking video game while he was in the midst of fucking saving data, and the memory doesn't remember anything past level 4.
Like the whole game just crashed after that.
And truthfully, I mean, that knockout was absolutely. I mean, that's probably the leading KO of the year contender, because that fucking knockout, that left hook, was absolutely ridiculous.
He felt hard, like bumped his head, everything.
He literally
like,
walked.
It was a clean ass punch.
Like walked right into it.
Yeah, because he felt like, you know, because, you know, Brian did he did the body jab and he did a body jab, but you know, he wasn't defensively responsible. As soon as he brought his jab back, Brian launched it with an incredible left hook, and like I said,
KO of the year. It's probably KO of the year so far. So
it is. And the referee started nerf to count. Like, I don't know what referees be thinking sometimes. That motherfucker's eyes were closed. I thought he killed the nigga.
But I can't lie, though. I can't lie. I gotta mention Brian Norman's kind of aura farming. First, he did the one against Santillan when he, you know, did the whole, you know, put his nuts in his face, pause, and then the bowing was it was a great touch. You know what I'm saying?
He was showing respect. He was showing respect to Japan, because, you know, Japan got, you know, they're big on tradition, respect, and stuff like that.
For that payday for that damn charity.
It was like, you know, in a sense, the Canelo the Canelo Amir Khan bow.
Somebody should have added. Somebody should have with that KO. Somebody should have added the Jim Ross. He killed him. My God, he killed him.
Yeah, I was definitely waiting for that. I was just like, I was like, what the fuck is the referee counting for? I think he got it like to 3 before he waved off. I'm like, that motherfucker's not moving. Like he's on the canvas. He's out cold.
Shit, like, I mean, I'm be honest. I picked him, but I didn't even think he would dominate Sasaki like this.
Yeah, neither did I. Like,
yeah, me too. I was confident. I picked him too, but I think
I thought Sasaki would have his moments, but then just by that time, Norman would come on and just come strong and pause, just get him out of there. But
yeah, because Norman ain't got the best defense damn self, but he bring his hands back better than Sasaki.
He's improving. I mean, I feel like he's
Sasaki was just he was flailing. He came in flailing with his squared up and shit like that, and he was getting bombed on like
fighting spirit.
I know when the Japanese boxing fans were like, his defense sucks. I didn't really fully believe how bad it was until I watched that fight. I was like,
yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ. But then also too, Sasaki can actually punch. So that was the thing too. Yeah. And Brian was eating them shits like Scooby snacks. Like I was like, wait a minute, like
he's got a 6 KO.
That's the thing. He shouldn't be eating. He shouldn't be eating them at all.
I think Sasaki was on like a 6 KO. I know he moved up from 140, got stopped by Hirooka, but I think he was like on a 6 KO win streak. So it's not like it was,
Yeah, I mean, dude had like 17 KOs in his 19 wins. Like, I've seen dude fight. Dude can crack. Like, absolutely can crack. I don't know. That's why I was just like, God damn, Brian is walking through this nigga's shots. And then
Brian feeling it. I guess he,
I mean, I think after the, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Sasaki recovered after the second knockdown. Like that was one of those things.
That was in the same round, the first round, right?
Yeah. I was just saying, like after that, it was like Sasaki didn't really have anything left.
Because the first one was a little flashy. Like the first knockdown was a little quote unquote flash knockdown. I felt like, and then after that though, because like in the mid round, second, third, fourth, I was watching that fight. I was like, God damn, so many rights are fucking brutal. Like the rights that Norman was landing was fucking brutal.
Yeah, like Sasaki's corner shot probably ended this shit in like 3 or 4, like before it got to the left hook.
Yeah, that definitely could have been ended a round or 2 earlier. And salute to Blazing Killer, salute Ring Gang, and salute to Marquise here to smoke that Victor Postal was being ranked packed. Oh my God!
Oh, we definitely got to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
We'll definitely get to that. We have to
stick around.
Yeah, but I know Brian though was feeling himself because I know you remarked because dude put that like I'm like the samurai post. Dude had a whole anime ass tweet like talking about how he was a warrior and shit like that. Like this nigga was like Tom Cruise in Last Samurai type of shit. That nigga was feeling himself hard.
Nigga, where was all that with boots, bro?
Yeah, I was about to say. He said that performance made some people pack up their boots and leave the division.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like this nigga, like bro, you're at a division that ain't popping because the dudes at 147. I'm sorry, the dudes at 140 who was supposed to move up, hesitating to move up. And when they finally did, they got fights already lined up.
And why you wait until he leaves the division to say that? Like,
yeah, that too. Like, then you got dumbass niggas on some, Boots. Now he decided to leave when shit heating up. What do you mean heating up? Like he heated up the division and he got the biggest win in the division. So how can he the heat is leaving with him?
Norman basically pulled a Smokey and fucking had Boots with Debo. Walked away, wait for him to walk away to start talking shit behind his back.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, on top of that too, like he had no smoke when Boca Chica nearly took his 0. He didn't say a goddamn thing. He was like, "Oh shit, let me quit this fight. Let me get out of this fight before we have to go to the cars," which he would have lost the fight.
But it was a blessing. I feel like him getting dropped like that was obviously a bad look, but it was a blessing. I saw Brian Norman Sr. was actually with Devin Haney's dad today on the Boxing Voice, and they're just kind of getting at it, maybe building, trying to plant the seeds for that fight. But I know Norman Sr. said Boca Chica dropping him like that was a blessing because he's fine-tuned some things, and I think he's improved a lot since then. I know he still gets hit here and there, but he hasn't got dropped like that since. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't got
right. Yeah, he keeps his head off the line because Boca Chica lined his ass up. That's how he got him. He wasn't keeping his head off the line.
Who is dangerous as he fought as Boca Chica since then?
I mean, y'all both picked Sasaki, so.
I mean, Sasaki, because it's Japanese fighters, so they be doing shit.
Yeah, I mean, but I gave our reasons though. Like, I mean, and I still acknowledge that Norman is the favorite and was a showcase fight for him. Yeah. But it was a little showcase with a punch. You know, he was in there. There was a danger threat in there, but it wasn't like it wasn't like a 9 or 10. You know, it was more like a 6, 7.
Yeah, it was more like if Brian didn't keep his head off the line, Sasaki could fight because he was explosive. That type of shit.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I respect it. You know.
Yeah, no, I mean, we respect the KO. I mean, it's a KO of the year contender for sure. I mean, it was vicious. Like, you know,
and that's what he needed to keep his name buzzing. You know what I'm saying? Since he ducking boots and shit, so you know he needed to get a KO a year. You know.
Yeah, like, so like, dude probably needs to like. Okay, I mean, there's other welterweight champions in the division. I mean, there's Barrios. Like, if Barrios retains against Pacquiao or whatever, you better call that nigga out.
Yeah, Norman's gonna beat the shit out of Barrios.
Well, you know, Barrios. Yeah, you know, Barrios. I know. I saw Adrian Clark. Adrian Clark is Norman's advisor or manager, and he was on an interview talking about they're trying to see what's up with the Pac-Man Barrios fight because who doesn't want a Pac-Man fight, you know? But I think Rolly will get. I think Rolly, you know, since Rolly has a belt, like, technically, I think they're gonna try to make that in-house type bullshit. But
God, I can only imagine. I'm just waiting for the day they say Rolly is now the new WBA welterweight champion, and I'm like, man, boxing done changed now. Rolly's the 2-division champion. You know,
get to the emails. I tell people I know it's not the same. It sucks, but everybody can elevate it via email. So.
Well, they won't call him an email champion. I'll tell you that. Like, you won't get the Haney treatment on that. That's for damn sure. Yeah. Nah.
It's like he don't get the hate that, you know, it's like he's like, you know, the special kid in the gym. Yeah. You know, you just kind of leave him alone and he does his weird shit in the corner and you kind of just, you know, you leave him alone. But everybody knows he packs a punch and he's just fucking weird.
And he gets a participation trophy, i.e. a belt for his efforts.
Yeah, exactly.
He don't be not a motherfucking nobody, but now he's gonna be a 2-division champion because.
Just like, why would you root? Like, first of all, like a Rolly is like in the driver's seat. Like, he could fight Ryan Garcia again, run that back, or he could fucking fight the winner of
He could wait on that fight.
Barrios.
He could wait on that fight. Yeah,
it's kind of wait on that fight.
It's kind of crazy,
you know,
right?
The TO fight is there.
Is there? Yeah.
So any fight is there really for him.
Yeah, so because he's gonna be seen as food. Like, if any cat that wants to go up to 140 and, you know, face him, like, I mean, it's basically food. Like, he's gonna be a one and done.
But knowing PBC, they're gonna keep it in house more than likely. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna.
Of course it is.
They're gonna keep it in house. The unification type of shit.
Well, just like that. That's what Top Rank should have did with certain shit, but they take so long with certain fights. They should have like. Now's the time to line up Tiafimo and Brian Norman.
I think Tio ducked that and you can kind of maybe see why. I mean, Tio could beat him technically, but I can see why Tio said no to it the first time.
Shit, I don't even know about that.
I mean, Tio doesn't have anything else going on. He might as well just, like, you know what, go up and
that's how I look at it. Like, what else he got going on?
I feel like with Tio, like. Remember, I've been saying here for a long time, Haney, Tio is going to happen at welterweight, make welterweight great again. But the energy I'm getting from Tio, he don't want to go to welterweight. I feel like he knows he's like Danny Garcia. He's food at 147, so he's trying to avoid it or prolong it as much as he can. That's my thing with Tio.
But he was willing to do it for boots.
He would for a boots fight, you know, because if he loses to that fight, it's like not a big deal type of thing. You know?
But all these names are like of similar like stature. Like, okay, Boots is elite, A+ name. But like Brian Norman is a good name right now because he's buzzing. He got KO of the year. He's been, you know, turning his career around. Not the biggest name, but it's a fight that would do motion. Like, get this man motion. Pause. Like Rolly, you know, same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think Tio know what the fuck he wants to do. I don't think he wants to fight. Like,
well, it
took him this long to get to fight Barbosa and. Look how clean he beat Barbosa. So maybe he don't believe in himself, but you would think like, well, damn, like if you made easy work of a fight that you dug for years, what's the problem now? Like,
I'm saying, like, also before I forget, I gotta mention too. Twitter was wilding out with that Brian Sasaki comparisons because they're like Brian, that was revenge for Fulton getting KO'd by Monster. Like there was some salty ass niggas on some salty ass tweets.
I've seen that. Like niggas are really like, yeah.
I saw someone say Norman doing it for Hiroshima. Revenge for Hiroshima.
Yeah, or doing it. And Brian put, he's like, yeah, I did it for Juneteenth too. Like himself, he's like, he knocked Juneteenth. He couldn't lose. I was like, God damn.
If he lost to Japanese guy on Juneteenth after quote unquote ducking boots, yeah, you would have been but a joke. So
yeah, he would have been big. He would have gotten roasted if he that was
that's the only reason niggas picked against him. Really, like, he's going against the boxing guys. But they know what they're doing. Like sometimes they'll set you up to fall at a greater height. Like,
yeah, true.
That's why I get the duck, but I can see the long game being played because he's only 24. I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I'm just saying they're trying to play the long game, and so far it has worked a little bit. He's getting some traction. That's all.
Yeah, no.
But now it's like, okay. Look at it as like a double jab right hand. He got a good double jab now. Like he got two momentum fights, nice KOs. Now it's time to land a significant fight. So
yeah,
this is his third fight in a row. Needs to be of some significance, some quality. You can't just be we got a European or a Japanese, Asian, or a South American puncher who's chinny and bad defense, but he can hurt you.
Yeah,
but he's chinny and bad defense.
Yeah,
it's different if we was getting, some David Tua type niggas. Like he could punch and he's tough. Right. Then it's like, okay, you might hang around, make something interesting, but none of these niggas could hang around. So it's like he's bombing them out before they could get him because he's a little, he's more skilled.
Well, so at least I would say at least Santillan actually had momentum going to that fight. I mean, he was the favorite for a reason. I mean, Santillan had his career best performance.
Yeah. It was his hometown too. It was a big one. It was a hometown. I picked him to win, but nobody really picked Norman to have a chance against Santillan.
I don't even like Santillan as a fighter, but I was like, well, he took the zero of a good fighter.
I feel you, but now it's time to he got his little buzz moments. Now, need more substance. I don't want this to turn into a Caleb Plant situation where a nigga just get one good win, and then you get the Ukateki win, and which is good because most niggas ain't think you'll beat him, and you beat him clean. You whooped his ass, two knockdowns and everything. But then after that, you kind of you fucking around. Like I don't want that to happen. You feel me?
Let me ask you real quick. Since Atlanta, shout out Atlanta, Holyfield is from there. He's from Georgia. He's from Alabama, but Georgia.
Vernon Forrest, nigga.
Vernon Forrest. Of course, I was going to say Forrest, the Viper. Rest in peace. Tank sold out. So, if you were top ranker of the team, would you right away put Norman in Atlanta, or maybe build him a little more? I'd say even Blair.
Put him in Atlanta now. Put him in Atlanta.
In a smaller venue against Blair Cobbs or something, with a recognizable name.
Blair Cobbs.
I don't know. Somebody.
Nah, you know what? I don't hate that fight. And there was somebody. I'm trying to think. Somebody. Maybe it was Gritty on the ground. Shout out to him. My bad if I'm fucking up his name. I think I've seen him say Rashidi Ellis and Brian Norman would be a good fight in Atlanta.
It would be,
and I kind of agree with that.
Speedy definitely needs a second chance, though. I mean, he did get a raw deal with Villa, but then of course he didn't help himself by getting knocked down twice. In the 12th round.
He got a knockout. He got a knockout on some low budget card this weekend, actually.
That was like he lost on a card that didn't do nothing for him.
He's been fighting these barroom brawl four rounder fights, like
the tag team joints. That's almost as far as he met every time on those tag team shits. Those TCL.
The TCL league. I mean, I don't mind the TCL league because the cats still get paid though, but he's too talented to be fucking around with that because it's like bro needs to be.
And he's old. He over 30. Like he 35.
God damn.
God damn, he's really that old now? I thought he was I thought he was a little younger. No, he's 30.
I thought he was maybe 28 or 29.
Who are we talking about? Oh, Rashidi? He's probably 32.
No, Speedy's 32.
32, yeah, 32. Yeah.
Fuck.
Are you sure I thought he was older.
No, he's 32.
He's still old.
You're probably
No,
thinking of
he
his
ain't
older.
that
You're probably thinking of his older brother Ronald, the bigger one, the 168 one.
There might be Ronald, but Rashidi's
Hey,
old.
what up, Android? Salute. Bud Cullen Burns' best win isn't sitting right. Oh, we gonna get into that. Like, I feel you. Marquise, he's been on the Tim Boxeo network.
Shout out to Tim, yo. I think Tim Boxeo be having the most obscure, like every time I read his post, it takes me back to the days when I used to watch real player streams of fucking German cards and shit like that. Ugh, those were the days. You know,
Yeah, the random winner fight or some shit.
Where I used to sit there seething as Venaki fucking in 56K stream winning another fight he didn't deserve. Yo, I used to be furious, yo. Those were the days, yo. Tim takes me back to those days whenever he be putting out them streams of some of the most obscure fights out there, yo. Shout out to Tim, yo.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know, I just something real old manish. You know, if you don't understand real player, you know, it ain't.
Oh, I know about that, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, you know that
real player used to be the thing, man.
Yeah, that's that old school streaming shit. That's how people used to get it, how they live. You know what I'm saying?
There's songs from that era that
Shout out Justin.
I've never heard again after that era.
Facts.
Like the one is this Mace over this Warren G beat. I've been looking for that song like for years and I could not find that anywhere. Like,
yo, I think one song
this is like Murder Mace, prime Murder Mace.
I had a version of a Kendrick Far Away. That song, like it's like really jazzy and shit like that. It's real cold, but it was only on Streambox. I remember I used Streambox Ripper to get that into MP3, so it sounds real low quality. But yeah, I've never been able to find the actual like a cleaner MP3 of that shit. But that shit was a lot better than the actual the video version of that shit. You know?
Should be pissing me off, man, because it's like, you mean to tell me nobody has this damn West Coast remix? Did nobody has this shit? Like,
yeah, you're gonna have to probably search like the archives, because I know the archives they exist. You gotta have to search the archives for that shit.
I might have to ask on the college.
Yo, someone might have it, bro. Like you never know.
Yeah, like there's some shit out there.
But I digress though. But shout out to Brian Norman. Like I said, he gets my respect for the brutal KO. And Sasaki, if Japan's commission loves him, they need to probably keep him on the shelf for at least 6 months, because if you're getting short-term amnesia from your left hook and then your head bouncing off the canvas and you're out there, laying there like a fucking newborn, you don't need to be in the ring for at least minimum 6 months. Like you gotta let your brain heal a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta like improve the skills, bro. Like you can't be taking like full-blown left hook, like the defense is getting worse. Like imagine if Trinidad, a guy like Felix Trinidad would have landed a punch like that.
Let's say he's ruined. David Reed is his best example of him. David Reed and Vargas are the two people he ruined of extended punishment, because
those are dudes who took like multiple shots. Like a lot of these niggas now, I don't think they got the toughness as an old school. Like can you see Trinidad just landing hooks on these guys for 10 rounds?